Shalom, shalom. What's going on, family? All praises to the Most High. Wanted to come and speak on bondages and strongholds real quick. Now, I think everybody is different, but mine is a testimonial period right now where I just want to give my testimony. I done got videos of my testimony, but as I walk this journey and as I learn, the children of Israel, they had bondages and strongholds that wouldn't allow them to really leave Egypt even after they was freed from leaving Egypt, right? Sometimes we catch ourselves getting into relationships and we wonder why we can't persevere or move forward with that individual that we are currently in a relationship with. And it's usually because we got bondages or strongholds, or as I say, or as we know them as spiritual soul ties. The enemy is very strategic on the things that he does. And this is why we can't play no games with him. And we can't allow him or his minions no foothold in our lives, no matter what. Self-control is something from the Most High. Confusion, chaos, and fear is from the enemy, right? So if you're like a city without walls and you don't have no self-control, you're engaging in a lot of things that you shouldn't be engaging in. But you're also allowing a lot of things around you to affect you. And the enemy is looking for who he can kill, steal, and destroy. So he even want to kill you from your purpose, steal you and pluck you from the hand of the Most High. When what Yahshua said, I haven't lost not a one. So if you really his, the enemy can't do nothing with you anyway. So he wanted to destroy. And this process of destruction starts when you're young. It starts with the little nuances that we don't even pay attention to, like the trauma of being molested, raped, fondled with, beaten on, verbally or physically abused. The lack of rejection. Hey, we got a class going on right now. Man, and it's a powerful class. We have one on Tuesdays and we have one on Thursday. Tuesdays is how to survive a spiritual warfare, basically. The things that you need to know, the things you need to be equipped with, the things that the church don't teach you on. They tell you that you're going to go through spiritual warfare, but they don't give you the tools on how to deal with it. Then Thursday classes is Deliverance, which I feel is the main ingredient when it comes to really being set free from bondage. Because until you do that, you like a man, as the Bible says, unstable in all his ways. being tossed to and fro. Because you can go into that church building or you can be in the presence of the Most High and cannot receive or grasp anything that the Most High is trying to give to you because of the trauma or the seed that been planted already, that has already taken root in you, which is a demonic entity, right? But we don't look at it like that. It seems harmless, or, better yet, it's the ignorance of not knowing, right? So as you start to develop, trust and believe that demon's developing with you. But it's sitting in the cut and it's watching and it's waiting for its time to maneuver or strike, I should say. So like I said, it's a testimonial period for me, right? So as a child being raised, I was raised with the spirit of rejection, the traumas of molestation, being fondled, being taken advantage of, manipulated, all these things, right? And I know a lot of people want to tell you, oh, you grown now, so get over it. The thing is that demon that's in you, it ain't getting over nothing. It's just steady feeding on what you can feed it because it's hungry. And the more that it can get you, again, in that place where it wants you, even if it's depression, anxiety, anger, fear, all these spirits, this is what they operate on. So if it can get you in one of those places, now it can feed. And that's what they want to do. Again, they energy vampires. But they feed off your emotions. And this is why the Most High said, don't trust your heart because it's dangerously wicked. But they say most people wear their emotions on their sleeves. We have to learn how to operate here, to operate this, and not the other way around. This shouldn't operate this. But this is the reason why the Most High took the children of Israel through the wilderness, to teach them this, to sanctify them, to deliver them. And this is why I say this deliverance process is such an important piece to your puzzle in your journey of recovery. I done been in rehabs, right? Where you got people coming there for different illness, different strongholds when it come to drinking or smoking or whatever their poison was. And I see that process of getting clean, looking like they recovering. But that's what it do. Because looks can be deceiving. But if you're not fully delivered, you're going to go right back into that same atmosphere. Because when you deliver, you don't want to go back where you came from. That's the first sign that you've been delivered. So if you saying that you clean and you rehabilitated, why would you go back in that same darkness? And I hear people say, well, I want to be a light to those in the environment which I came from. But if you're not fully capable and equipped with the things that you need, I heard somebody tell me this, and it's true facts. You can get pulled back in quicker than you can pull somebody out. So the process of sanctification and deliverance is working on yourself. It's just like when you get this word finally poured into you, but then you ready to go run and tell everybody about this and that. It's that zeal in you. I get it. I know about it. But you take that one little moment of getting information pulled in you and you feel like you're a scholar. You feel like an apostle, like you've been sent. And that ain't even the case. No, that's the Most High working and operating on you. Moses was in the wilderness when he left Egypt after he did what he did for 40-some years. And in that 40-year process, he had been working on himself. He had been spending time with the Most High. The Most High had been pruning him. The Most High had been working on them, molding them. You know, what's that right there say? Freedom. See, freedom is not a state of being. It's a state of mind. It's here. It's not out there. I know people who's in a jail cell, 4x4, but they are free here. And I see people who are free out here in the world, but they locked up here. Why? Because they in bondage to these demonic spirits that's holding them captive. Man, I really suggest that movie Nefarious, man. It's a deep movie, but you gotta have eyes to see and ears to hear. So, with that being said, right, the strategic attack of the enemy is to plant every little seed, like I said again, through your life. It's just like the parable of the sower of the seed. It said when the farmer had planted his seed, overnight somebody came and planted theirs, right? Now that right there can go for many things, because also we see the separation happening of the wheat and the tares. But also think about amongst the wheat, the enemy is planting seeds around you to corrupt you, to alter you, to lead you, to direct you, to guide you, to shift you, to change you, to manipulate you. And again, some of us weak-minded, so we allow the enemy to win. Because at the end of the day, it said once you know better, you do better. But some people know better and still don't do better. They choose this road to be men pleasers. Let me do what everybody else is doing. Let me be a part of the crowd. But what the word say, this is why I say this word so pivotal. It's so amazing. It's sweet, but it's bitter. Because you see it unfold. You see the prophecies being told. But it say everybody go whoring after the beast. What's the beast? The flesh. This. What he say? You go look in the mirror and you forget about how you look. How many times you see people got to go back and forth in that mirror? Vanity. Solomon was the wisest king that ever lived. But wisdom is nothing without the Most High. That's just worldly knowledge. And intellect is nothing but pride. So without the Most High, you just walking in pride. See, wisdom shows you how to operate according to the Most High. Look at Abraham. Look at Isaac. Look at Jacob. Look at Joseph. Every man in that word had to be humble. Humility is nothing wrong with it. But when you focused on the world and what society telling you, now they shaping your imagination, they shaping your mind, your thinking process. Going back to me, like I said, the traumas that I had to endure, then to grow up, feeling the rejection. Now you thinking that you got to do these things to please people and you want to fit in. So not only after being molested and, introduced to sex at such an early age and seeing porn at such an early age, masturbating at such an early age, all these things introduced to me at an early age, at a time of ignorance. Seeing the older cats, they got women upon women. The first thing registered in my mind, I want to be able to have sex to every woman I could, whoever I come across. So many women, I want to be able to. That was just my mind frame because I thought that was the right way. Not realizing that all these women that I decide to engage with were going to leave a mark on me just as much as I was going to leave a mark on them. We know about STDs and the physical, sexually transmitted diseases, right? But now you got spiritually transferred demons as well. And this is why the book says if you join yourself together with a harlot, you become one flesh with that harlot. Because now you're not only taking on the essence of her, but the essence of all the people she's dealt with. Vice versa. This is why you got so many women out here want to be men, so many men out here want to be women. People lost in their position. People gone in their understanding. Because day in and day out, the world promotes this hypersexualized society that it's okay to fornicate. It's okay to do you. As I say again, Aleister Crowley, do what thy will. But then we looking at why is the world in such an uproar? Why everybody's so gone mentally? Why so many mental illnesses? This is why people unstable. It's like the dude in the Gadarenes. He had all them legion of demons in him. So many spirits operating in him. But when you like that, and the enemy knows this, what does the word also say? A man who's unstable in all his ways, don't look to ask for nothing from the Most High because you're not going to receive it. The trick of the enemy from the beginning was to cut us off from the Most High. And how did he do that? Look at what happened with the prophet Balaam and Balak. He made us be a stumbling block for ourselves. But what was his thing? He introduced the Moabite women to the men of Israel. What happened to Adam? It was Eve. Reuben defiled his father's bed by sleeping with the maid Bilhah. Solomon was turned away from the Most High through his heart because of the desires of the women that he had, the concubines, which caused him to sleep with a known spirit. And I only say known because only the spirit will let you know and reveal this to you. But when it talks about the queen of the south, and when it talks about this queen that supposed to came to see Solomon because he had all this wisdom, She wanted to test that wisdom. But because Solomon heart was already turned from the women he was dealing with, she do nothing but come and put the icing on the cake. Again, the enemy works strategically. It's processes. But every process is due to our decisions. We could decide to go this way with the Most High, or we can decide to go that way with the enemy. It's all about decisions. That's why he said, I give y'all free will. Do what thy will. Do what you want to do at the end of the day. But self-control starts with yourself. I look at how when those preachers get on that street corner, all they got to do is say the name Jesus, which I say Yahushua. Once you say that name, boy, don't them demons get fired up? Yeah, they get fired up, don't they? Yeah. But see, the Most High done put in his children something that the world can't take. What'd he say? I gave y'all joy. He said, don't count it strange when you're going through your fiery trial. He said, rejoice and praise. And that's what you got to do. Because you know the resistance is the power. So when you're going through that resistance, know it's the strength and the power of the Most High that he give it to you, right? So I say this to those out there who understand. Because what he said, those who have ears to hear, eyes to see, right? It's the spirit, right? So I'm glad I'm recording this too, so y'all can hear the banging, right? Because those the demons that live underneath me. So this in case I got to take this to the rental office, they can hear this as well. Because like I said, the Most High is teaching me how to battle. Because I don't have to be a fool and retaliate to the ignorance. You got real live miserable people in this world right now. And they don't know what to do with themselves. So at the end of the day, I know my brothers and I know my sisters, y'all dealing with this all around the world. Because even the Bible say this. It says we all dealing with this on our own levels. But this is why we come together. And this is why we encourage one another. Because at the end of the day, it's strength in numbers. See, these demons think they can intimidate us. Or we supposed to have some type of fear because we don't retaliate the way they want us to. But the Most High has given us wisdom. Goes back to what I was just saying about Solomon. Wise as king. But even he wrote in Ecclesiastic, it's vanity. Everything that goes on around us is vanity. But be careful what you touching. Be careful who you encountering. Be careful what you're doing. Because you're bound to allow some spirits in you that you don't need to allow in you. You're bound to allow some things operate in you that don't need to operate in you. So if it ain't the Holy Spirit, then it's spirits, not from the Most High. So I say this to say, man, go through the deliverance process. Get those spirits about you that's operating in you. Because those same spirits that's operating in you draw those spirits that's around. Okay? So we're going to leave it right there, man. And I'm praying for everybody's strength. Because we're in a battle. But how do you fight a battle? You get equipped for the war. Ephesians tells us our war is not carnal. Our war is spiritual. So don't let that demon and don't let his minions get you out of character. Keep drinking your water, keep fasting, keep praying, and keep exercising. Shalom.